So our third and final stance is called zebu, or I think some places call it dragon squat. Other ones will call it empty stance. Some will call it resting stance. It's got a few names, but zebu. We'll call it dragon squat because let's face it, dragons are awesome. So we're going to start with a slightly narrower stance than this. You will have to play with the width and find what works for you. And what's nice about this one, it gives a twisting motion. For some of you will feel this quite intensely in the piriformis and glute med. It could be partially a stretch. It could be a strengthening one. It's hard to say exactly what it is, but it's a lot of fun. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start with our arms up, our fingers kind of pointing. So I have my index fingers pointing towards myself, and I'm pushing through the back like I'm pushing against the wall. And maybe it's a bit subtle movement, you mightn't see it on the camera, but my hands go forward in this direction from that push. At the same time, I'm trying to not straighten everything out, but I'm trying to make that curve here as long as possible, like maybe through the center of the joints. So you'll feel it, if you get it right, you'll feel a connection running all the way along the back of the arms, across the back and joining together across the rhomboids. That's kind of the one we're looking for. And what will happen is as we twist, one hand will keep this stretch on and will turn. So try find that, it's tricky. You won't find it the first time, but play with it and you'll get it. So Isaac will demo this. So he's going to go maybe, edges of feet, shoulder width. He'll put his hands up into position and I will get out of the way. So he's going to turn one leg. If he's going to rotate this way, he'll turn one leg out. He'll come up onto the ball of the back foot. He'll turn, this hand drops down. At the same time, as you sit down, you want to try keep the frame as best as possible. But this one, the frame shifts around a central axis. So we're not extending, we're not flexing. We still have an idea of rotation. At the same idea, you want to just come up. It's pretty tricky to hold this one. You're going to suffer a little. And then we'll come up and we'll do the other side. So one hand wrapping around, one hand back, shoulders down. When you're learning this, come up a bit. Here is fine to begin with. Even here, just get the idea right. Then as you get better, you want to go all the way down till eventually the heel and the butt are like an inch away, but you're not resting on it and the knee is off the floor. This will take a bit of a while and come up. And then we'll just alternate these side to side. Keep your shoulders down, keep your frame. If you find the twist is a bit too much, you can actually just keep your facing forward so there's less of a twist in the stance. That's perfectly fine too. As you really want to coil this one up, but without flexing and extending the spine. This one's kind of one of those nasty ones. I remember, just as a slightly abstract way, myself and Craig, he had a challenge from his Kung Fu teacher, which was 20 minutes of down, hold it for 1 minute, back up, other side, hold it for 1 minute, repeat for 20 minutes. You can give that a go if you're feeling a bit brave. We've done it a few days. I think we actually done it for 36 minutes one day. It sucks. Great fun, but fucking sucks. So it's up to you. But we're sticking with our base 36 repetitions of this. This one we probably won't hold for the 36 breaths to begin with, and you might even just hold it here. It's perfectly fine. So enjoy on this one. There's a few more details and a few more. Does it feel right? Is it off? Do videotape yourself on this one until you feel you get it right. Remember, it's all the same thing. Suspend the crown, sink the hips, stretch out in all directions, maintain the stretch on the legs even though they're compressing down. So it's the hardest stance to find that stretch and connections in the leg, but it's still there. I guarantee you it's still there. You will find it one day. Other than that, enjoy.